Do you ever wonder what all of the Enneagram wings look like? I just love the smell of apple pie wafting through the house. I love you. I've come up with an entire list of ideas that I think is going to improve your communication. No one ever picks up after themselves anymore. I'm gonna kick his lily-livered ass. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Lifts us up where we belong.
Honestly, in my world, comfort is key.
Work hard, play hard.
Like me, why don't you like me? Walk out the door. People say I'm charming and confident, and I have to agree. Hey, after this is over, do you want to play Bananagram? Should Batman kill? A deep dive into the hero's moral ethical code. It's so important to make a good impression, even if it's just the Amazon delivery guy. Now is not the time. I really think I was born in the wrong country, and I know how important it is to have a clean space for your mental health, so I just thought I'd tidy up. This is extremely irresponsible dog ownership. When I first learned about Enneagram Wings, I was a little confused, all right? I thought I was a 3-wing 6, which, spoiler alert, is not a thing. So I made a free Enneagram Wings guide and resource that I wish I had had back in 2018. The link for that is in the description, and we're also going to be talking about all things wings in this video. On the Enneagram symbol, you have 2 neighbor numbers that are to the right and to the left of your main type. For example, if your main type is a 6, your neighbor numbers are type 5 and type 7. Those numbers, those neighbor numbers, those are your wings. The thing that gets confusing is people hear this and they're like, okay, so I'm a type 6, but I also have a 5 and a 7? Like, what the heck? I want you to think of your wings as a flavoring of your personality. The most important thing is your main type. So if you are a type 6, you have the core motivations, the core desire, fear, longing, weakness of Enneagram type 6s. Think of your wings as a flavoring of your personality, like salt and pepper, like hues in a painting. It just adds complexity to a more well-rounded picture of what your personality is. But at the end of the day, what matters is your main type and why you do the things that you do. If you know your main type, you already know your wings. So for example, when faced with injustice at work, a type 6 might lean on their Enneagram 5 to be a little bit more analytical and to fight for the underdog and to fix that problem. But when they're at a friend's birthday party, they might lean into their 7 wing, bringing out their extroverted nature, their fun-seeking nature, so that they can meet the needs of their duty as a friend at a birthday party. If you've downloaded your free guide and you've watched this video and you still want to dive deeper into, hey, how does my wing affect my personality in real life? I am hosting a virtual workshop on June 10th of 2023. In the training, we're going to cover the 18 wing combinations, how to find your dominant wing, and how to use this knowledge to be a better version of yourself. When you sign up, you receive access to the virtual training on June 10th. You also get a recording of the workshop 72 hours after it has been released, so you have access to it forever. You'll also get a printable workbook with all of the material we've covered, as well as space to process and reflect. Plus, because it's live, you get Q&A direct time with me to talk about what you're confused about, what you need help with, and how your wing affects your personality. Here's the details. I'll put the link down below if you do want to be a part of this. I hope to see you there. All right, let's get into the good stuff. What are the wing type combinations and how do they affect your personality?
Whose dog is this?
I just found it running around like a little squirmy wormy. This is extremely irresponsible dog ownership.
Oh, I'm taking you home.
As a type 1 with a 9 wing, some people call me the idealist. I could see how you could get to that nickname. I mean, I look at the world and I want to improve it. There's just so much injustice and awfulness and ugliness. It's I shut down that part of myself when I see that stuff because it's better to remain objective. You can't change things if you're crying about it. Utopia is my favorite book. Yeah, because of the movie Ever After, but still, I want the world to be a better place. You might lean more on your 9 wing if you're analytical, subdued, and highly objective. This wing pairing is really good at pointing out what things need to be fixed, that's the 1 talking, while expressing it in a peaceable way, that's the 9 talking. Hi, welcome, welcome, come on in, I made you some cookies. I am so sorry to hear that you've been having relationship problems. I've come up with an entire list of ideas that I think is going to improve your communication. Peppermint Jojo? I'm a 1 wing 2, and my friends and family call me the activist or the advocate. You know, if there was a movie about me, I think that my part would be played by Emma Watson, because I freaking love her. But also, I just think she's like not like your typical celebrity, you know? When she wants to get something done, she rolls up her sleeves and she does it herself. She was a UN Goodwill ambassador. She like launched that whole campaign for gender equality. She was freaking awesome. Yeah, she would definitely play me in a movie, I think. I should write a letter. You might be a 1 wing 2 if you're wise beyond your years, you're more social than a 1 wing 9, and you're very action oriented. You probably struggle with inflexible thinking, so seeing things as black and white and not making room for shades of gray. Okay, the pie is almost done. My friends and family call me the host or the charmer. I just love the smell of apple pie wafting through the house. There's nothing more welcoming than coming into someone's home and just smelling apple pie. If I had to write a memoir, I would title it Gatherings, because there's nothing I love more than the people I love all gathered in one room. And of course, it's only made sweeter if all the people I love also think I'm gracious and inspiring and beautiful, which I'm pretty sure they do. You might be a 2 wing 3 if you're social, ambitious, and you're absolutely fantastic at being a host or hostess. You love it when other people like you, and you are gonna move mountains both professionally and socially to make that happen.
Sorry, did I interrupt filming? I noticed it was kind of messy in here, and I know how important it is to have a clean space for your mental health, so I just thought I'd tidy up. As an Enneagram 2 wing 1, some people call me the servant or the companion. Should I get out of here? I'll go fold these in the living room. I strive to be polite and poised at all times. It's really difficult to serve other people when you're distracted by self-serving things like, I don't know, your own needs and desires, so I try not to focus on that.
You might be a 2 wing 1 if you can sense the needs of others, but you have trouble tuning in with your own needs. You tend to be serious with a strong sense of responsibility and duty to improve the lives of the people around you. I always make sure to put an outfit and makeup on in the mornings, even if I'm not going anywhere. It's so important to make a good impression, even if it's just the Amazon delivery guy. Some people call me the star or the enchanter, and I agree. I am pretty mesmerizing. It might be my admirable work ethic or the ease with which I make friends. It might also be how pretty I am. Now, I know how bad that sounds, but believe me, I am more aware of how I'm perceived than anybody. It's just that I have to look good in all aspects, otherwise I'm gonna fail. If I fail, it's going to be so hard for people to love me. And I can't live like that. You might be a 3 wing 2 if you're generally gregarious, charming, and warm. You can be very outgoing and put a lot of effort towards achieving your goals, and you make sure you look good to other people while you're doing that.
Sarah, how many times do I have to tell you, now is not the time?
No, that's what I've been saying this entire time. We gotta bring it up at the board meeting. Okay, now I have a minute. I'm sorry about that. Busy day. Some of my titles are the expert or the professional. My friends would describe me as ambitious, dedicated, and private. It's incredibly important to me that I succeed at what I put my mind to. Failure is not an option for me. This attitude is great for my career because I worked really hard, but it kind of sucks too because I'm always stressed out. And I feel like my worth is directly tied to how productive I can be throughout the day. I know, my therapist tells me it's unhealthy, but it's just who I am. You might lean more on your 4 wing if you're more introverted and find yourself quietly and efficiently working towards your personal success. You lean on your creativity and imagination to get you through the day. Oh, you've arrived! Would you like some tea? It's Earl Grey infused with hibiscus. Very rare. Some people call me the aristocrat or the enthusiast. I spent a summer abroad in England, and you could say I became a tea aficionado there. I really think I was born in the wrong country. I love being around other people, throwing ideas, left and right, just brainstorming and getting creative, and I love working towards my goals, of which I have many. I get a teeny tiny bit moody. I also sometimes get a little paranoid about what other people think about me. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Is there something in my tea? So you do want tea? I have a whole lot of tea to choose from. Let's see, we've got chai, Earl Grey. If I like something, I go all in. That's what makes me unique. You might be a 4 wing 3 if you're energetic, creative, and driven. You tend to be more extroverted, ambitious, and as always with 4s, you have an incredibly large emotional range. Some qualities that I admire about myself are my creativity, my originality, and my ability to think deeply about the world. It could be blue, it could be a violet sky. I've heard someone call me the bohemian or the free spirit, but I don't really like labels. I refrain from calling myself anything. Sometimes my name doesn't even feel like it fits who I am. Walk out the door. I'm just
putting together my mom's birthday present. I went on a nature walk and I picked all of her favorite flowers like that, pressed them, and now I'm gonna arrange them in a frame in a pleasingly aesthetic. Look at that one. My mom says I always do the most thoughtful birthday gifts, and I would have to agree. You might have a 5 wing if you're more withdrawn and intense. You tend to self-isolate when you feel the need to protect both your emotions and your inner resources. Thank you for coming to my little corner. I come here to drink tea and think about the world. Isn't it wild that we're all just trillions of cells coming together in this mesh to make a thinking, breathing, creating human being? Wow, wow. Wow. As an Enneagram 5 wing 4, some people call me the iconoclast and others call me the philosopher. Although, I don't put myself at the level of Aristotle or Plato or anything like that. I know what you're thinking. Wow, your main type and your wing are both in the withdrawn stance. How do you do that? The emotions come in. I'm just like, no, leave me alone. Are we done filming? Because I have a still life and a new paintbrush calling my name, and can you turn it off? You might be a 5 wing 4 if you're creative, curious, and eccentric. When you enter a room, you kind of feel like you don't fit in. I notice you're making good progress with this video. I'm happy to contribute in any way I can to this project. I know it could help a lot of people understand their wing. It's important to me that people understand things. Thank you all for coming to my PowerPoint party. This evening's agenda shall cover the moral debate, should Batman kill? A deep dive into the hero's moral ethical code. There will also be a brief intermission where each of you is allowed to teach one thing you're an expert at. People call me the problem solver or the troubleshooter. I tend to be quite intellectual and observant, and I don't really bother too much with emotions. To be honest, it can sometimes get difficult to go to that level with other people, so I tend to spend a lot of time alone. Not that that bothers me. I'm pretty cool to hang out with. You might have a strong 6 wing if you're more outgoing and loyal and find yourself energized by discovering new things. You will also struggle with skepticism and rely very heavily on mental analysis. You made it! I was just finishing up my daily to-do list in my planner. I'm volunteering at the animal shelter at 2 p.m. and I promised to bring some blankets for some of the new dogs who were brought in last night.
I love you. I love you.
I like spending time with dogs because they give me that comfort and security, but they also don't have expectations for me.
Oh yeah, get the rope. Get the rope.
If you haven't guessed already, I'm an Enneagram 6 wing 5, aka the defender or the guardian. Sometimes I'm mistyped as a 1 or even an Enneagram 8 if I'm a counterphobic type 6. My main type and my wing, they like super conflict with each other because my Enneagram 6 wants security and support, and then my wing 5 is like, hey, why don't you detach and protect yourself and your inner resources? It's confusing.
You might be a 6 wing 5 if you're analytical, cerebral, and stubborn.
You do not like to sit idly by while injustices are happening, so you're gonna go out of your comfort zone to make sure that the underdog is protected. Hey, hi, hello. What are we doing today? I forgot we're filming this video. Yesterday I saw a guy spill all his Scrabble letters all over the road, and I looked at him and I said, what's the word on the street?
Hey, after this is over, do you want to play Bananagram?
This can be a fun drinking game if you do it right. When I get stressed out, and I don't know, I get super anxious and I have trouble making decisions. It's just like, I want my friends and family here to like help me out, you know? But I try not to get stressed out too often. All I want to do is go to work, be a good friend, and have some fun. Isn't that what we all want?
You might be a 6 wing 7 if you work hard and play hard.
Your friends would describe you as easygoing, friendly, and likable.
Usually you lean towards being more extroverted and fun-seeking.
Oh my gosh, hi! I just sent Abby like 10 texts. I'm so excited to talk to you. My friends call me the entertainer or the pathfinder. I really value finding fun and happiness in my life. Like for example, yesterday, I went out with a bunch of my girlfriends and we tried out this amazing new Mexican restaurant and it was so good. And then after that, we spontaneously went to this karaoke bar. He was a skater boy. She said, see you later, boy. Let's get down to business.
Love lifts us up where we belong.
When I'm having a bad day, I tend to be more scattered and anxious. When that happens, I try to make as many plans as possible with my friends. And if they don't answer my texts and phone calls, well then I just go online shopping. Sue me, okay? I love me a good athleisure set that's really cute and that I buy online, and then I get the emotional feelings when it comes to my door and I get to put it on, okay?
You might be a 7 wing 6 if you're exuberant, warm, and pretty outgoing. You commit to relationships with the loyalty of a type 6 and the passion of a type type 7.
Hello, I'm an Enneagram 7 Wing 8, also known as the realist or the opportunist. People say I'm charming and confident, and I have to agree. I'm extremely hardworking and intense. Give me an obstacle and I will overcome it.
101, 102, 1,030, 1,031, 1 million!
I can become a workaholic if I don't watch out. But look, I enjoy tackling big, ambitious projects. I'm good at it. If that makes me aggressive, so be it. I'm just here to get stuff done.
You'll know if your 8 wing is dominant if you aggressively pursue your needs and desires. You probably have an indomitable spirit with the ability to get right back up when things don't work out.
What's up, guys? I'm an Enneagram 8 Wing 9, also known as the bear or the diplomat. I generally like things to be chill, but I'm not gonna let you walk all over me. Like my mom says, I'm not gonna be milquetoast. I'm more of a cozy night in person, especially if my favorite show is on.
He cheated on you? I'm gonna kick his lily-livered ass.
I guess I can be confusing sometimes because I'm pretty laid back, but if you mess with me or my friends or my family, I'm gonna kill you. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna kill you, but don't try it.
You might be an 8 wing 9 if you have the ability to be both a tender peacekeeper and an aggressive protector. You have a lot of patience and you don't need a lot of help connecting with your compassionate side.
Listen up. I don't take crap from Abbey or you or anyone. Some call me the maverick or the nonconformist, and I would agree. I'm a lone wolf, a rebel, a free thinker. I love taking charge and getting things done, whether that be at work, at home, with my friends, or on one of my many passion projects.
Oh yeah! That's a PR, baby! Work hard, play hard!
Look, I get that I can be intense. I like to have control, and sometimes my personality makes me a little impatient. But like any type 8, I have a giant heart underneath this rugged, gorgeous exterior. Do you need help with something? I'm there. Do you want me to clear a path for you? I got you. Want me to build some IKEA furniture? Yes!
You might be an 8 wing 7 if you have a tendency towards entrepreneurship and you seek a life of abundance. You move through life fearlessly.
Hey guys, I'm an Enneagram 9 Wing 8, also known as the advisor or the comfort seeker. I just really like doing things that make me happy, hanging out with people, having a nice glass of wine, Taco Tuesdays. I love tacos. Tacos are amazing. Honestly, in my world, comfort is key.
Oh my god! Who let this stupid counter here so someone could hurt their stupid toe?
Yeah, I have a temper. You know, it's one thing that people say is really confusing about me, especially people I date, because honestly, I love when things are calm and peaceful. But if I get upset, it's like all hell breaks loose, and I don't know, there's like a fiery beast inside of me. But I promise, I go back to normal after I'm not upset anymore.
If you lean on your 8 wing, you have bits of intensity in your everyday life. You get triggered if you feel like other people are being mistreated or if you feel like you yourself are getting walked on. You tend to be more outgoing and assertive.
Oh, hi. I'm an Enneagram 9 Wing 1, also known as the dreamer or the negotiator. I really like when my days are peaceful and predictable. At work, I like when I have the time and space that I need to do a really good job. And I love when me and my best friends cook dinner together and then we sit around the table and talk about big philosophical ideas. Sometimes, if I'm having a rough day, I can get a tiny bit critical of the people in my life. No one ever picks up after themselves anymore. It's always me doing the laundry, folding clothes, doing everything. It's just that sometimes, I usually know the best way to do things.
You might be a 9 Wing 1 if you're a quiet gal or guy and you long for routine in order to give you that inner and outer peace. You may lean on order and optimism to make you feel like everything is okay, everything is under control. If you want more videos all about the wings, I've got an entire playlist right here for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.